the warrior princess. So have you perceived or conceived the character the way you actually felt it as yet, or you're still working on it?
I'm still working on it. I think the work, I mean, this is going to sound incredibly corny, but the work doesn't end. I think the character is a very interesting and a very complicated character in a lot of ways. But what I like about it is that the way that she speaks and the feelings and emotions that she goes through are very sort of quintessential. I feel like as a girl or a woman, I think all of us must have felt some part of that at some point in time. So in that sense, it's very universal. So I think that aspect of it is definitely something that is approachable for me as a person, as an actor. The thing that I'm working on a little bit more is the fact that she's a princess and she will rule the kingdom of Manipur at some point of time in the future. So that, and then she's like a really badass warrior. So she's like the chief of all the armed forces in Manipur. So that doesn't come without a lot of work. So I'm doing a lot of physical work for that, training a lot, and doing yoga and cardio and all those sorts of things. So I think the physicality of it is something that, I mean, as an actor, I feel like I'm going to try to bring the character through the physicality because the emotions are pretty universal. The other thing that is special about Chitra is her confidence. She has a lot of confidence. I mean, here is a woman who fell in love with a guy, and the guy was like, no, I've taken a vow of celibacy. And what does she do? She doesn't sit it out. She goes and knocks on the door of the god of love, and she's like, make me beautiful. And in that sense, she's a little bit entitled, but in the sense that, you know, she's not going to stop short of what is going to get her to where she needs to get. So in that sense, but her relationship with Arjun is so beautiful. It's so beautiful because she is so scared throughout, because of course the relationship started with a lie. But what is really spectacular about it is that he is now in love with her, and I think through this whole year of them like lying to each other and lying past each other, well, Arjun's not lying to her, she's lying to him. The relationship that comes out of it is a pretty remarkable relationship. So those feelings and those emotions are really special. The hard part, obviously, for me is the seduction and playing like a very because this character, that when she asks Lord Mutton, the god of love, for a boon, and he makes her a really, really beautiful woman. So just being beautiful and graceful enough and seductive enough to sort of charm someone like Arjun, who that is a little bit hard, I think.
So you're still working on that.
I don't know if I'll get there.
Okay. And so because it's a semi-musical,
Yeah.
so how is the dance and the music, is it enhancing the character or the theater performance in you?
Yeah.
You think so?
Oh, for sure. I think when the musicians come and play with us, when we're, you know, when Arjun walks in, or when she has been spurned by Arjun at that moment, or when Arjun is describing her beauty, or when they're having like this really romantic moment, everything is lifted and everything becomes even more special. And you know how it is, like sometimes in real life you wish that, you know, this moment is so epic, I wish there were violins playing. You get to do that on stage. And then like every time, you know, you need some help, these dancers come in and like they help you change your clothes or whatever. So, but the dancers are also the style of dance that Dahlia and Sanjeev are composing is really transports you. It definitely transports me to that time and that place. And obviously the words, the sweetness, because the original script was in Bengali. And a lot is lost in translation when you translate it to English. The feelings and emotions are the same, but the way that they express the feelings in the actual language, it's really nice.
Awesome. And what's your experience with working with Ranjita ji
Yeah.
as a director? How is it coming along for you?
Ranjita and I go back a long way. She played the first time we met, she played my mom in a music video. And we had a really strange relationship, a mother-daughter relationship. That was the story. And ever since then, she and I have been mother and daughter a lot. So, and when she was my mom-in-law as well. But Ranjita, what I really love about her is that she has pulled so many remarkable people. We have Sonali Hardikar, who was like amazing at costumes. The way she thinks about it, she thinks about history and time and place, and you know, like for example, my green dupatta is like, it's green because green is this color of, you know, what was the word she used for it? She used a really nice word, but green is the color of, you know, like things. She thinks about every detail. Dahlia and her dancers, they're remarkable. The musicians and the singers, they're so good. And then now we just got Sanjeev two days ago. So that is so special to have him. So I think she has given this project so much heart and so much passion that I think it's just sort of spread to the rest of the team, and I think every person on the project is just 100% into it.
Awesome. And your main character Arjun, Martin, how is your relationship coming together on and off? I mean, the chemistry which you want on stage, you'd have to really work off stage to create the chemistry.
Yeah, we're just like making out all the time.
No, I don't want the inside scoop.
No, I'm kidding. The way that I had read their relationship for the first time on script and the way that it's played out is very different, which I think is really remarkable, because I think the way that our scenes are playing out now is heavily influenced with how Martin and I interact with each other and bring out characters and you know, like goad each other for their feelings. So I think I've also gotten to explore really interesting elements of my character because of the way that he sometimes will respond to a line. And I'll be like shocked. I'm like, that's very interesting. I never thought about that response. And I'm like, okay, let me try to respond to that. And then I'll find something new about Chitra or Arjun or about their relationship. And I think he's brought a real sort of sweetness and realness to that relationship. That's what I really love about it, is that this is no longer a relationship that is on a piece of paper. This scene that is taking place in front of us, it could be anybody. It could be like two people today in a living room in San Francisco or somewhere. So I think his approach is very it's very honest and it's very real. So I think it's definitely helped me as an actor. I think it's helped our scenes and really, yeah, given them like new life almost. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dirga, for your time. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Yeah, sorry if I talk too much.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes I talk too much.
No.